Hey everyone, welcome to Sims World. I have two main things I wanted to share with you guys in this. Um, and I did get questioned about this. Vincent is a transgender Sim, and so he was a female and he had transformed into a male. He had the full change and everything. And obviously Pepper is a female, which means obviously they cannot produce a child without someone else being in there or a male figure being in there. So, you guys, um, there was a donation of you know what, and I had got them pregnant, but the donation came actually from Noah because he knew how much that those two wanted a kid, and well, he pretty much donated it, and they pretty much accepted the donation and all that. And lo and behold, it worked. They have a little baby here named Leilani, and she was born recently. She is Pepper and his child. Obviously, um, technically, she would be Pepper and Noah's child, but still, um, Vincent is going to be the one that takes care of her. The other main thing I wanted to discuss is the blind date that was talked about in the last episode. And Pepper and Vincent met this person while on the island. He's really known on the island a lot, and they thought that he would be a really good match for Noah. So in the morning, Noah will be going out on a little bit of a blind date to the restaurant here with him and kind of seeing if anything sparks. And starting it slow because they think that it'd be good for Noah to kind of get back out there after everything that happened with Ace. As for Vincent, I do want to touch up on something. Vincent, did indeed, I chose the wrong career. I was trying to get him into the, um, into the, odd job career, and I thought it was the freelance career, but here it's not. So I did have him quit that, and he's gonna do the odd jobs because that'll probably be better for him. Noah, on the other hand, um, has decided that he's gonna do the yard sale thing, like I said. I did not buy the yard sale thing yet, and Pepper obviously is a conservationalist. She's down here eating something, but so that's what all the big changes are coming. And also, guys, while off camera, we did have a little bit of a guest come over. It just happened as soon as I stopped the thing, so I thought I would just stick around just for that. And we did get the kava bowl, which is a thing here. And so that is that. And now you're all caught up. And Vincent, the baby, is crying. Oh, you just disappeared there for a minute. Okay. Alright, she's good now. Alright, so now that it is morning time, why don't you check and see if there is any odd jobs? Okay, it's not available to 8 a.m., so we'll have to wait. For that, he's coming down to grab something to eat. Pepper, what you up to? Okay, you have to use the restroom, which I don't know why you're not going by yourself, but okay. And by the way, Jace, somehow, I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's this door. I did lock the door for the dog, but I'm assuming it's the slide doors that he can come in and out whenever he wants. Either way, he can go in and out. So that's fine though, because I don't think he really never leaves the lot, so that's good. So he just goes outside to go to the bathroom and run around apparently. So that's what I wanted to just let you guys know on that. But I think, I mean, altogether, Jace is a good dog, so he's not going to, like, be vicious to anybody. So, alright, so Noah, you can go ahead and enjoy that, like, for a little bit, but I don't want you to eat too much of it because you do have a date coming up. So, why don't you, Noah, though... Oh, he's going to go give Vincent a hug. Maybe, like, Vincent's like, listen, I know what you did for us is really, really sweet. And I know, technically, you couldn't really have kids yourself. And Michael helped you out. So I'm glad that you were able to help me out. Oh, and now he's helping Sabrina with her homework before he has to go on the date. But anywho, so I think I'm going to pick this up once it's closer to time so that we can go to our date and then come back and potentially do an odd job with Vincent. Okay, everybody, so we're here at the Wave, which is the restaurant that I placed. I will show you guys it in a bit. You guys might have already seen a glimpse of it in the last episode, but so now we're here, and I'll show you who his date is in a minute as well. So a lot of their foods seem to be like a lot of fish-based stuff. Why don't we go with turkey dinner for both of these guys? And then drink-wise, I mean, the kids are away. I know Noah don't really drink much. That's something I don't really want to do with Noah. I don't want to push him down, like, because I was kind of thinking it'd be kind of neat to have, like, a sim that's, like, straight edge. Like, he doesn't drink. We could do iced tea, I guess, for Noah. I mean, he doesn't mind if others drink, but he doesn't want to drink. And so... Alright, so we are good, and I think we're taking care of the bill as well. But anyways, this is the guy that he is on this, like, blind date with. Tag Aloha, Godson. I know that, when I first, because I made him, whenever I first created him, I was looking up different names and what they mean. And I think, if I'm right, he's some type of god in, Samoa, I want to say. That's what his name means, but I don't really remember. By the next episode, I probably will remember. But these guys are getting to know each other. He knows Tag Aloha is, currently unemployed. He said I've always lived with my parents. I just kind of moved out of my parents' place, and that's why I did this. Noah has to use the restroom, so that's why I'm doing this. But, so, oh, and Chad is here as well. Chad and, who's this? Carly Courtney, military personnel. I mean, apparently he knows these guys. I mean, Tagaloa does probably know a lot of people from around town, because he is a child of the island, which means he was born here on the island of Salani. I don't know why they're all crowding around this table now, but obviously Noah should know who Chad is, which I don't understand why it's saying he don't, but why don't we go... Well, actually, he does say he knows him. why don't we go over and just say hello because yeah, he would be like his uncle in a way. While we wait for our food, I guess. Um, we're waiting on our food here, and then okay, so now I think it'd be good time for you to get back to your date now, Noah, because it's kind of rude just to up and leave him. Even though that is your family member, I still think it's kind of rude to leave your date. So, so he's gonna kind of get to know him, ask him like what's his thing on kids and all that because he said obviously he has kids. He takes care of Sabrina and Ambrose, and they are pretty much his. He's adopted them as his own. And Tag Aloha was like, well, I've always dreamt of having kids. I've never really, obviously, will ever be able to have any. So he said, the only thing I have to ask you is, were they like? He said, I apologize if I'm stepping over any bounds, but were they made with a woman, like, or how did it work? Because obviously you are out, and so am I. But he said about obviously, you know, and I was like, it's not stepping over bounds. My brother and his wife had Ambrose and Sabrina. They are twins. Um, they are fraternal twins, which means they do not look alike. And well, I they pretty much gave me custody of Ambrose right away because they knew me and my partner Ace at that time had wanted kids for a while, and we never obviously would be able to have any. Then my brother's wife had passed away, and then my brother had passed away, and so he left me a note and stated that he gave up his rights and he would like me to adopt Sabrina. So obviously, me doing the right thing, I adopted her as well, and so that's why. And so Tagaloa is like, well, where's your put on having any more? Because he said, I've always dreamt of having a pretty decent size family. And Noah's like, obviously, I was kind of thinking about adopting. And I think Chad just took his food. Okay, I don't know what it is in my game, but like everybody seems like when we go out, everybody seems to take somebody else's food, which just I don't understand. But these guys seem to be really getting along really, really well. Um, and he does have the option, like obviously I had to meet them before so he can come out, but this is the first time that they pretty much tried anything bigger, and I think that they're really getting along really well. Um, I think Tagaloa said that he would love to get to know Noah a little bit more. He said as things go on, um, and he said I would love to meet your kids. I would love to know how you feel about more kids. Um, and I was like, I never saying that I would never have any more kids. I just never really thought about it, honestly. And so he's like, I know, he said this is kind of early to say, but for some reason, since you told me that, like, it's really hard for you to live by yourself, I know we're kind of just starting things out, and obviously this might sound a little weird. Would you want to maybe move in? And, I mean, you have to sleep on the couch before, until we see where things go. And I think Tag Aloha had accepted because Tag Aloha is always pretty much like he's never lived by himself. Like he's never felt like he needed to live by himself. So he's moved out from his parents, but he lives by himself now. But he kind of feels like he's out of place. So that's why Noah doing feels like he would kind of, because there's always seems to be someone around. So that's kind of why Noah invited him in, because obviously Pepper and them knew him before, um, and he's all together a really nice man. So that's what he had. Okay, so he's kind of like brought him back to the house. He's like, "This is my son Ambrose. This is Tag Aloha." So these guys seem to be getting along really well. He said, "Now my daughter," she said, "she's probably in the house. Obviously, you know who Pepper and Vincent are. She's most likely in a bear suit, but because she's going through a little bit of a phase right now. But she's my daughter, and you know." So now that we're back, Vincent, why don't you go ahead and see about an odd job? He's like, "That's my daughter, Sabrina. She has a little bit of a special ability. I'm not going to tell you much more right now, but I'm just saying." Anyways, so these are his options. He could be a box packing, last minute beach party, hiking buddy, coconut milk, real milk, wingman wanted, a wanted sand sculpture judge, um, box skill might be the best one for him to start out. Um, says, so I just got my nails done and I have been packing some boxes, but I'm pretty sure if I try that, I'm going to ruin my manicure. Plus, the boxes are going to be too really heavy. So I really need someone to come along and do all that for me. Um, so we are going to go ahead and accept the job. So he doesn't have to do really anything. It starts on Wednesday, which, oh, starts in a few minutes actually. So he'll be heading out very soon. Anyways, so he's like, make yourself at home. Um, and so we kind of met someone. I think Noah really likes him, or he wouldn't have let him move in. Vincent's off to his odd job. Um, so this also gives them the option to kind of get to know each other a little bit better. He is going to officially ask him, like, what do you think of like maybe even trying to do something. Um, so I mean, he did like do little flirts here and there, and it seems to be as if he might be even flirting back. So yeah, he's definitely flirting back. So this is definitely a good sign. I think that things are going really, really well. Um, and I think Noah, being that he, like, a lot of people would think he would take things a little bit slower, being that he lost his first love. But he realizes that things are definitely um, going to have to start to pick things up because he is getting older. He actually has his birthday in a couple days, so I am going to be doing his birthday in this episode. He'll be becoming an adult, and obviously Tag Aloha is a little bit younger than him, which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with dating someone older or younger than you, but he did just go ahead and break our toilet though. But anywho, I mean, they are definitely like, they are like definitely really hitting it off. Pepper is tending to the baby. Um, oh, I was like, Pepper, put some clothes on. You guys did not see that, but Pepper came down the stairs originally and did not have any clothes on. That's why they're freaking out. But anyways, back to what Noah really wanted to do, and that was to actually kiss Tag Aloha. Pepper, why? That one, I don't even know. Pepper is just her own kind of, like, her own being. And I don't even question it. Nicole's calling, so why don't we go ahead and answer the phone and to make sure everything's okay with her. Because that is your sister. But I think, guys, it is getting pretty late. I've seen that Pepper has decided to put some clothes back on. Why don't you go ahead and get some sleep, Pepper? Kids, um, she's eating. You need to use the restroom, and you're standing in the middle of the bathroom, so I don't understand why you're not going. Vincent is back from his job. It was a success. He was a little high maintenance packing this here. No, I want that is in this box, but make sure the boxes aren't too heavy. Even still, Vincent followed all the instructions and took all day, but the packing got done. The client was pleased, and that's all that really matters, isn't it? Also money. Outcome, he got $84 with a $4 tip, which makes it $88. So, I mean, that's not like, it's not like really the best job. I mean, but at least he is, oh, wrong bed, dude, wrong bed. But at least he's out there trying. Um, so everybody seems to be heading to bed now. Besides these two, which, or actually these three, I'm sorry. Um, Noah's making something to eat, but I think Noah's gonna go ahead and just ask him. Like, they've been flirting since they've got home, and they've been flirting back and forth at that. So, I think he's just gonna ask him, like, do you want to be with me? And he says yes. So, it looks as if these guys are officially a boyfriend and girlfriend thing. And Nicole is spreading gossip about Chad. Probably the fact that he ate our food at the restaurant. Yes, that just every time I go out in this game, someone steals my food, and I don't understand it. It just makes no sense to me. But um, so I think we're gonna pick this up in the morning with the birthdays, and then we're gonna go ahead and end this out. But I was kind of thinking they've been flirting for a while. Why don't they just go ahead and just do the whole 4 force thing? And I'll pick this up in the morning. Okay, so far this is already an eventful day. We have 2 birthdays actually. We have the birthday of the little one here, Lilian, Nee, and Jace has decided to run away, which means they do have to post a ad online, which I think Noah's going to go ahead and do. He's already eating the cake that he's made already, so I want to see if someone else can tend to that. Post a missing pets alert. Everybody's eating the cake that he made for his birthday, so, why don't you try to make another cake, at least, Vincent? Or what's Pepper doing? Okay, Pepper's tending to the baby, so. So, we will be back in a bit. Pepper, obviously, the baby is still... Pepper, you can go to work today, but the baby's still crying, so could you tend to the child, please? Okay, Noah's posted the alert, and Tag Aloha's in there trying to help with the baby. He seemed to calm her down, so that, I guess, is really good. I mean, really, that really wasn't his job to do that, but he seemed to work, so And Vincent, or Noah, why don't you just make another cake since everybody ate your other one? But the baby has to age up in this one as well as I was saying. So, um, Vincent, why don't you go ahead and do the honors after you cheer her up a little bit? She has a dirty diaper. So why don't you go ahead and do that, and then you can age her up. And then Noah, we're just going to have to wait for him to finish his birthday cake, and we will age him up. And then I'll show you what the baby looks like and all that then. So I'm going to age him up, and I'll show you what the baby looks like and that then. So just give me a few minutes. Okay, the baby aged up. So again, we're going to do the randomized thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going to do a fussy child. We just have that. So we're going to do a charmer. She's okay. So that's good. And Noah's just finishing up the cake. I will edit up the baby's look and all that, and I'll show you then. But Noah's going to do his birthday cake, and we're going to age him up real quick. So Vincent is sitting down here for the thing. Tag Aloha is heading upstairs to go do something, but Noah is aging up. So he's now an adult, a full-blooded adult. We actually have more cake now that we have. And the baby aged up as well, so I'm going to go ahead and do her look, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in a bit. Okay, everybody, so this is Leilani. Her head is just like her mom's, which is kind of cute because her mom has it's something where she has an abnormal sized head. There's nothing wrong with it, but so she has that. So this is her everyday look. This is her formal look, her sleepwear, her party wear, her swimwear, her hot weather, and her cold weather. And with that said, guys, I want to end this one out. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.